Asia's HIV epidemic varies from country to country, but there are shared characteristics which center around unprotected paid sex, contaminated needles and syringes, and unprotected sex between men. Asia's HIV epidemic is characterized as concentrated, meaning it is seen in key affected populations. While unprotected sex is mainly what drives the Pacific's epidemic, unprotected sex between men and injecting drug use have also been identified as key drivers. HIV prevalence in the Asia region is considered low, but its dense population means nearly 5 million people are living with HIV in Asia. In 2007, there were 440 new infections and 300,000 deaths from AIDS-related illness. At this rate, the Independent Commission on AIDS in Asia contends 8 million new infections by 2020. In contrast, the small populations of the Pacific mean small numbers that translate into high incidence. People living with HIV in Asia and the Pacific regularly report stockouts of ARVs and other life-sustaining medications. Treatment, while available in their country, often is geographically inaccessible. National People with HIV networks report that TB is the #1 killer of their network's members. People using drugs report that while treatment for Hep C is available, the expense and lack of health insurance mean that people using drugs die of Hep C needlessly. Discriminatory laws, religious, social, and even what is considered best practice on paper create debilitating stigma and discrimination that undermine these key affected populations' ability to protect their health and well-being. Such an example are laws that do not allow selling or buying of sex, operating sex businesses, and many trafficking measures which prevent male, female, and transgender sex workers from accessing safe places to work, health and social services, and benefiting from legal and civil protections and access to justice. Sex workers who do not comply with the requirements of the 100% condom use program and are discovered to be infected with HIV or an STI usually face severe consequences, such as being dismissed from brothels, therefore depriving them of income and health care. 100% condom programming continues to be used as a justification for the state to police and arrest sex workers and to justify compulsory testing. Condom programming needs to shift from 100% condom use to the 100% condom access at country level. In other parts of Asia and the Pacific, religious and cultural barriers prevent the distribution of condoms, and effective evidence-based prevention programs like harm reduction and peer educators to access key affected youth, people living with HIV, people using drugs, sex workers, migrants, and men having sex with men. Throughout the region, key affected populations report that compulsory detainment and fear of physical harm are passed off as effective HIV prevention, treatment, and care. To be effective, services targeting key affected populations must be based in the reality of their lives. Criminalization and marginalization of certain groups, human rights violations, discrimination of key affected populations and their sexual partners constitutes a major barrier to an effective AIDS response. Transformative leadership at all levels is required to effectively address the challenges posed by concentrated epidemics and achieve the stated goals of universal access as well as the MDGs. Thank you.